Good morning from the Needles district of Canyonlands. We got up early again this morning before the sunrise, 2 days in a row. And we've driven about an hour and 46 minutes total to get to the park. We've stopped at this little pull out just before you get into the park because just look at these views. And we're not even in the park yet. This is a very quiet part of the park because it's so remote. It's about, I think it's about an hour and a half away from Moab, whereas the other part of Canyonlands, Island in the Sky, is only about a half hour. So not a lot of people come here, but we're going to go check it out because we had the time. And we're going to do a couple hikes and we're going to visit the visitor center. So let's go. Ansel Adams over here. We've made it to the Needles Visitor Center. This is the only visitor center in the park, and it is also the only place to fill your water. So make sure you fill up any containers that you need to fill up. Here you can get permits for a lot of the hikes, because a lot of the hikes here require permits, and also any backcountry camping needs permits as well. Dang, the nearest gas is 55 miles away. That's far. Devotion brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I would be Our first stop today is Stone Storehouse Trail. It's also on some of the signs called Roadhouse Ruin, or Roadside Ruin. But they updated it to more accurately represent what it is. And it's just a short 0.3 mile loop trail that'll take us back to I think it said it was a granary that was built by the indigenous Pueblo people who lived there. And I think it's 700 years old, which feels old to Americans, but it's not that old for Europeans.
Whatever. It's old.
But yeah, it's a little short hike to start the day and get our blood pumping. Let's go.
So one of the things I think we did not explain very well is that Canyonlands National Park is actually divided up into 4 distinct districts. There is the Island in the Sky district that we went to the other day. That's the main district that is on top of the mesa, hence the name, and has things like the Mesa Arch and Upheaval Dome and the viewpoints, Grand View Viewpoint, and a couple others, and the Schaefer Trail, which is pretty iconic as well. The second district is the one we are in today, which is the Needles district. And this is a little more remote, has quite a few hiking trails and such. And then the third district is called the Mazes district, or the Maze district. That is very remote and requires 4x4 and high clearance vehicles. That's the only way you can get out to there. And then the fourth district is the Rivers district, which are the 2 rivers, the Green River and the Colorado River. And there are a lot of activities in the summertime that you can do on the rivers themselves, rafting and boating and stuff like that. So today we're exploring Needles. Let's go. We found our first wildlife of the day, a plateau fence lizard, sitting on that rock right there. He's so cute. Sunbathing.
This is a pretty easy trail. It's just gravel. But there are some parts where you're having to kind of climb over rocks a little bit, so just take it slow. You probably won't need hiking boots, but if you're in a wheelchair or a walker, this is probably not going to be the trail for you.
Storehouse.
Well, we've made it to the stone storehouse back there. It kind of looks like almost like a bee hive. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a, I guess, modern granary.
It's 700 years old.
Yeah.
But that's where they would store their grains and stuff.
For the winter, probably.
And plants. Oh. Very cool.
It's cool that it's here. Continuing on. So I guess technically this isn't a loop trail because when you come to this point it splits and you go that way to go to the granary and then this way to go back to your car. But there are helpful little numbers on along the way. So like down there is 4, 5, and 6. And then number 7 will take you back towards your car. Up quite a steep cliff face or rock face. I think I'm supposed to go this way. Or people have just made the path this way because it's easier. Let's see which way Tim goes. Oh, he's going the difficult way.
Huh?
I said, you're going the difficult way.
Fun way.
Yes.
So these pothole formations are dry right now, but they actually are teeming with life, just waiting for water to fall, to come back and spring to life again. So when you're walking along, make sure you don't walk in the potholes. You could ruin decades of growth in those potholes.
Well, that was a fun little short hike, and now we're continuing on to Cave Spring. Let's go.
Cave Spring Trail. That looks pretty cool. There's a cowboy camp we're gonna hike to. Let's go, cowboy.
Yeehaw. Just another short hike. It's about 0.6 miles. But this one's more exciting because we get to go up a couple of ladders. Ooh. There's also a cowboy camp from the 1800s that you're allowed to look at, but don't touch. Let's go.
Well, they're not gonna let you anyway. Oh wow, that's really cool. Oh yeah, another lizard.
Oh, two. Oh, there's a big one over there.
Oh yeah. And there's the cowboy camp. Speaking of pretty cool, doesn't say don't touch. Ooh, shine a light. Oh my God. Nope. Oh, because the camera's on. Wow, it does nothing. Let's go a little further back up top there, but not too much further.
There are a lot of lizards on this trail. I've seen 5 already. Thankfully there's no snakes yet. There are a lot of lizards. We learned yesterday via Park Wolf that there's a lizard in Arches. I don't know if they're also in Canyonlands, but they're in Arches, and it's actually, there's only females of the species. There are no males, and I don't know how they reproduce, to be honest, if they're all females. It's very Jurassic Park. But they are essentially then clones of each other, which is pretty cool.
Oh, not like that.
Or maybe just like frozen.
This rock overhang is really rather amazing. Yeah. This is the spring back here. We are not allowed to touch the water because it is considered sacred by the indigenous peoples. But look at all the plant life back here just because of that one little spring. And it's so far under the overhang, it's not yet in sunlight back here. We've come to the interactive portion of our trail today.
It's Tim's turn to climb up the ladder. I'm an intrepid explorer.
How'd that go?
I'm an intrepid explorer.
And the second ladder of our hike. Here comes the intrepid explorer.
I'm an intrepid explorer.
Oh boy. Now we are up on top of the slick rock, and the views from up here are amazing. Look at this. $360. Beauty in every direction. Except there, that's Jamie. So if you get lost up here, you just need to follow the little stone cairns, and that will put you back on track.
And we're back at the parking lot. That was a fun little hike. A couple little ladders, a bunch of nice greenery with the red rock, and then some stellar views from the top of the slick rock. And it was only about 0.7 miles all the way around, so very easy hike. And now we are continuing on to our next one, which is pothole camping. We have made it to the beginning of the Pothole Point Trail. It's a short, under a mile loop trail that'll take us onto some slick rock with potholes. And as Tim mentioned earlier, these potholes are teeming with life, and when rain collects in them after it rains, then they spring back to life. All the organisms and stuff that live there, even though they look dry, there's a lot of life in it. So make sure you don't step in them as much as you can, go around them. There are cairns that you can follow that will route you around them. So try and leave no trace. I'm pretty sure that that is Island in the Sky, right in there, because I'm pretty sure I took a photo from Grand Viewpoint. I think it was about there, and it had this one in it.
Just following the cairns and trying not to step in the potholes. It has gotten warm out here, so I have got my sunshade hoodie on, my legs off, and my hat would be a very beautiful jungle hat on.
And your sunscreen on.
And I put sunscreen on my legs and face. So let's go. We're gonna do the Slick Rock Trail. It is 2.5 miles, all exposed, hence the sun protection. And I brought a bottle of water as well. So let's go.
After setting out, this trail becomes a little more difficult to follow. Just got to keep an eye out for the cairns. It's not always immediately obvious which way you should go. We have the All Trails map downloaded, so that's helpful as well. But if in doubt, just look for a cairn. And if you're out here, don't knock the cairns over or make your own cairns. I believe the rangers are the ones that make these, so leave it to them. They're professionals. We have made it to viewpoint number 1, which the trail is right there. There's a sign there that tells you, and this is the view. So the path actually splits here and becomes a loop, and you can go to the right or you can go to the left. We're going to the right. We made it to viewpoint number 4.
Oh, you made it back alive.
Did I die? No. We made it. That was a pretty brutal hike.
It was not.
On the back half.
Moderate.
Because we were in the sun. It was
It was
very
an hour
hot.
and 45 minutes.
Yeah, and it was 3 miles. It was not 2.4.
Mine says only 67 feet of elevation. There was no way.
I'm just checking. This sign does actually say 2.4 miles. Yeah, it does. 2.4 miles. I guess if you go to the viewpoints, it's more. So. Worth doing, but maybe come in the morning. Earlier. I said worth doing, but maybe come earlier in the morning when the sun's not as hot in the sky. But now we're going to do our last stop, which is the overlook just down the road. But because it's so hot and sunny, we're actually going to drive down there. We're going to have a picnic. So we've made it to the overlook, which I made an error. I thought this was the confluence where the Colorado and the Green River meet. That is not the case. You have to hike 5.5 miles to get there. It's 11 miles round trip. So we are not doing that, obviously. We are going to eat our lunch. We brought picnic lunch with us, sandwiches. I brought popcorn, of course. And then that's how it's done in the park. So we're going to drive all the way home back to Loki. It's about 2 hours probably from here. And then tomorrow is going to be a travel day. So we're leaving Utah and heading into Colorado, which we've never been to in the RV. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then the day after, we're going to Black Canyon of the Gunnison, which is also a new national park for us. So we'll see you in the next video. Let's go.